doing really well. Welcome to another video. It's a really strange day outside. I feel like I always start my videos with a weather report. I'm British, I can't help it, but it's so foggy. It's really strange. I feel like I'm currently in a cloud. But it feels like the perfect day for a bowl of porridge. If you see my recent videos, you'll see that I start every single day exactly the same. I'm really into routines at the moment and just like having the same stuff. And quick marathon updates. So I'm running the Brighton Marathon on the 6th of April, which is approaching so fast. I think by the time you watch this, I'll have 1 week to go. And it's actually, touching wood right here, it is all going really well. I haven't had any injuries. I have felt good. My long run that I did about 2 weeks ago, I didn't feel that great. I think I shared in my last video. I just felt really tired. My legs felt like metal. Like I felt like the Tin Man. My knees started creaking. I was just like, so I had to stop at 26 kilometers. But then I ran another half marathon last weekend and actually felt really good. So touch wood, everything's okay, everything's going to plan. And the good news is it's now time to relax. I'm tapering. So since that last long run, it's just a case of full recovery, like allowing my muscles, my whole body to relax before the marathon, which I must say feels a bit strange when you're preparing for such a long run and then to not run for 2 weeks before. It feels really odd. I am running, but just not the long one. So yeah, just nice chilled pace, short distances. I ran 10 kilometers yesterday. That felt really good. So yeah, it's just a case of allowing my body to rest before the big day. I feel like it's strange because like if you had a massive speech coming up, there's no way you wouldn't look at your notes for 2 weeks before, right? Or like practice. So it just feels a bit odd for me, to be honest. But nice. I feel my body needs it. Trying to keep an eye on the porridge at the same time. So before I enjoy my breakfast, I would love to talk to you about wild nutrition. So this video is kindly sponsored by this beautiful brand. It's a female-owned brand for women, so it's by women, for women, and they have a very unique approach to supplements. So this is the Daily Essentials for women. I don't know if you can see this. There you go. I'll talk about these in a little bit. First of all, I would love to talk about my new best friend, energy support. So I say new. I've been taking these solidly for nearly 3 months, and the reason is obviously because I'm running a marathon, so energy has been a massive focus of mine, because obviously when you're exerting yourself so much with running that I wouldn't normally be doing. I'm not normally running 20-25 kilometers. I'm like a max 10k kind of girl. So I knew I needed to support my body, my mind, my energy with really good supplements and nutrition. And the reason that Wild Nutrition is so unique is because they are food-grown supplements, which means that instead of filling the supplements, like, to be honest, a lot of supplement brands, they fill with all these fillers and synthetics. That is not the case with this brand at all, because they're food grown. So they have created this like food grown paste where they grow the supplements, which means that it's more available in the body. Your body can digest these supplements in a more efficient manner than if something is filled with fillers and pumped full of, you know, synthetic, God knows what. That's why I've been really enjoying taking my energy support. I notice the benefits. I notice that so I'm a coffee drinker and matcha drinker, but I do notice with coffee, I get a sudden surge of energy, which is brilliant, but then I crash big time. So I think I'm very sensitive to caffeine. Also caffeine for me, it's not going to work with runs. I need something that's going to sustain my energy through long runs rather than just a quick hit at the beginning and then crash halfway through a run. So with this energy support, it's about endurance of energy. It is this slow release and maintains that energy uplift throughout the day, which is brilliant. It contains B vitamins, B6, B12. We have zinc in there, which supports the immune system as well. Because energy for me isn't just about having a coffee and getting that hit. Energy, to sustain your energy, is all about keeping your body healthy, your immune system, hormone regulation as well. This supports hormone regulation. So that's energy support. I'm actually going to have some lemon water. This is a little routine I've been getting into. Have lemon water for the first thing I have in the morning. So my 2 little energy supports. And then the other thing is magnesium. Do you know what? I'm going to talk about this later because magnesium I only take at nighttime. Camera just conveniently turned off. But what I was saying is that you don't need to take them with food because they're food grown, you can take them at any time of the day with or without food. But the magnesium I personally prefer to take at nighttime before bed. But I'll talk about that a little bit later. And also, daily essentials. These are brilliant. They come in the little paper sachets with everything you need for one day there. And of course, I wouldn't be telling you all about how amazing this is without offering something back to you, or the brand are offering you 50% off a 3-month subscription. And all you need to do is click this link, I'll put it up here, and it's wildnutrition.com/Niomi. I'll remind you at the end as well, and you can find the link in the description, and that's 50% off a 3-month subscription to any of these supplements. So enjoy that. I'm so curious to hear how you get on with these and if you notice the benefits and any positive impacts like I have. Maybe you're training for the marathon too and you're looking for some sustained energy. But let's be honest, we don't need to be running marathons to need a little bit more of an energy boost. I feel like especially right now, like right at the end of March coming into April, and it's a funny time of year where I feel like we would expect the weather to be getting a bit better. Sorry to be talking about the weather again, I can't help it, it's the British in me. But there is, I feel personally anyway, a direct correlation between energy levels and the sun, or lack of sun, let's say. And on days like today where it's just really grey, and like I said, I feel like I'm in a cloud. I'll show you outside in a minute. I notice my energy isn't like, let's do this, you know, like woo. Instead it's like, okay, take it easy, take it slow. And that's where I feel like energy support for me is really important. Just, lift me up just a little bit. Anyway, time for my porridge. And there we go. Porridge with banana, blueberries, peanut butter, and of course a little drizzle of olive oil and a cup of tea. And this is what I'm talking about, feeling like I'm in a cloud right now. How beautiful is this blossom? Oh my goodness. I do love this time of year. So today I am in London. I have back-to-back meetings, and do you know what? The energy of today for me really feels like new beginnings, like fresh start, almost like there's a blank canvas and I've got all of these beautiful paints in front of me and it's like ready to paint the picture, you know? That's like how I'm feeling today, and I wonder if you're feeling the same. I think it's quite like a spring feeling, right? Like about to go into April, new beginnings, spring. I love it, and really exciting meetings today actually. The first one is with a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brand called Fenton. You may recognize my ring. I wear this every single day, and it's a really special, meaningful ring to me. It was gifted to me during a time where it was all about me prioritizing myself, and so I am collaborating with this really lovely brand. We've got big exciting things to come in the future, so keep your eyes peeled. And today is the fun, creative meeting where we're playing around with all of the beautiful gemstones. So all will be revealed in time. For now, it's just the creative. Sorry, it's super noisy. Welcome to London. I must say, I find I have to really work myself up to being in London, bang on time. It's a lot. It's like an attack of the senses. Sound, visuals, like I'm surrounded by high-rise buildings right now, colours. It's all really exciting, but it's a lot. So yeah, then after Fenton, I have a big strategy meeting with my new team. This is my first meeting with my new management team, and I've been looking forward to this for the last couple of weeks. I've been brainstorming. I have so many ideas, and like I say, this really feels like this meeting is going to be a case of putting our paintbrushes into these beautiful colours and painting the picture and dreaming big and creating these visions. And remember, you can do this too with wherever you're at with your life, whether this is about personal pictures or professional pictures. You hold the paintbrush and it's down to you to pick those colours, so dream big. Some London scenes for you. This is the Rosewood, really, really beautiful hotel in London. Dreams, so pretty. This is such a perfect morning, playing around with these beautiful jewels. So, so pretty. Okay, I am back home after a really exciting day in London. I must say, it really takes it out of me going to London now, but I think most of the reason for that is because of the journey there. It's not that long. It's like one train, which is just over an hour. But it's like a 20-minute walk each way, well, depending on where I am on the other side when I get to Victoria. And I find after like a day of meetings or something, that journey home is just a bit like, oh, I just want to click my fingers and be back, you know? So hats off to people who commute like 5 days a week. It's a lot. I imagine you get into the routine of it, and actually, if you're well prepared, you can probably get some decent work done on the train, which is what I did actually this evening on my way back. I had my laptop with me, so I was able to just get through some emails and stuff. But it's weird, like on the 2 or 3 days a week that I'm in London, I'm so tired. It's crazy. And like, I used to obviously live in pretty central London for so many years, and I was just like in that energy all the time, so I didn't really notice it. But I think in a way, when you live outside of the city and you're commuting in, you feel the impact of London so much more. If your home is maybe a bit more like relaxing and a bit of an escape, that's how I feel anyway. From Brighton, here is a lot more chilled. So I noticed the impact of like stepping into London a couple of days a week, where there's so many people and so much going on, sirens everywhere, nearly getting knocked over by bikes and cars constantly, and worried about my phone being stolen. Whereas like when I'm back here, I feel a lot more relaxed. Anyway, I had a really positive day today. Two very, very exciting meetings, and I didn't film anything of the last meeting with my new team. And there's a lot of exciting things and projects that one in particular, there's one project that I've been wanting to work on for a long time, and that's what the purpose of today was, to really run through ideas. And it was an initial meeting, so nothing is like set in stone yet, but I love these first few meetings. It's all creative. It's just like, let's just throw loads of ideas on the table and see what happens. And yeah, it went really, really well, and I can't wait for all of this to come into fruition, hopefully very soon. Anyway, I think I might have a bath with loads of salts and just like, oh, yeah. And I'm gonna go for a run tomorrow, probably just a 5K, nothing mad, just super easy, slow, 5 kilometers, maybe around the park. So I feel like a bath tonight will be nice to just relax. And I'm gonna see actually, I'm gonna have a look in the fridge and see what I have going on for dinner. Can you see me from here? Just about. Oh my god, there's loads of crazy stuff. Ooh. Ooh. Don't you just love when you've like made loads of food? Obviously I cook for one, so I make way more than I need, so I've got loads of leftovers. But when you forget what the leftovers are, and then there's something really fun, like roasted potatoes with rosemary. Yes. Oh my gosh, like these, I made these extra crispy. With garlic. Oh my god, I added in roasted garlic. Super simple. Chopped up tomatoes. You can see how tired I am. They're like new potatoes. Boil them, and then in a roasting pan, squish them down, like literally. I'm gonna like be giving you a tour of my fridge in a minute. So boil the new potatoes, and then when they're soft, squish them down on a roasting dish. I just use the back of a fork or like a spatula. Squish them so they're flat. Loads of olive oil, rosemary, olive oil, rosemary, garlic, salt and pepper. Super simple. And then you can grate some parmesan over them at the end if you want to be extra naughty. Why not? That's what I did. They're so good. Ooh. I have some roasted veg, onion, mushrooms, courgette, carrots. Does anyone else do this? Like sometimes it just feels like a whole avocado is a bit much. So the other half, I always have the best intentions, but then it ends up looking really sad. This is not a happy avocado. Some hummus. Oh my god. I made a dressing the other night it was for these, right? And I had some roasted salmon as well. And so I made a really delicious olive oil, fresh lemon, and mustard dressing. So simple, you just whisk it all together and it like emulsifies, and it's so perfect. But I put the rest in the fridge and it has gone all clumpy. So there you go. Dinner is going to be a very random concoction of leftovers tonight. I'm too tired to even put anything sophisticated together. My friend the other night, I went over to hers for dinner and she laughed and she was like, "Are you okay if we don't do like starters, mains, and desserts?" I was like, "That's fine, don't worry. I do not have starters, mains, and desserts at home." I just loved that. I was like, maybe I aspire to one day be the kind of person that has a starter and a main, but only on Friday nights. Anyway, I feel like I'm going a bit delirious from being so tired. Let's sit down. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to this. Let's sit down and have a chat. Okay, first of all, magnesium. So, I had heard so much about the benefits of magnesium, right? Especially from a like fitness perspective, I would say. Lots of people have spoken about how brilliant this is at helping reduce fatigue and tiredness when you're exerting so much energy. This magnesium is the only one that I have noticed a direct impact. So let me just take these. So the biggest difference I've noticed is in the morning, I feel like ready to get up and go for a run. And this, I do genuinely feel like this one has the biggest difference to the others based on it being food grown. It's a full spectrum magnesium. And like I was talking about earlier, it means that the body recognizes it like food, so it absorbs it like it would food, right? So that's why, oh, I just scratched my nail. Oh, shivers, shivers. So that's why I believe I've noticed a big difference to that, because there was a time where I was waking up in the morning and feeling so drained, like I could stay in bed for another hour or two, you know? And I do find that magnesium has helped massively, but also with like my muscles and keeping them feeling active and strong. I genuinely feel I need to touch wood again. I feel like I don't want to jinx anything, you know? But you know, I was saying earlier that I've been really lucky with marathon training that I haven't got injured yet. Touch wood, not yet. I think it's because I've really like seriously upped my game with looking after myself, and that's not just through supplements and nutrition, the food I'm eating. I've definitely been more conscious of the food I've been eating, but I think just my energy in general, I have been so aware, you know, of not exerting myself too much. It's like, okay, I'm running a lot this week. I'm not going to commit to lots of social events, doing things in the evening, and even other activities that I know would tire me out. And maybe this is actually linked to what I was saying about London. I think it all comes down to me being way more aware and conscious of my capacity and my energy levels in general, which I'm actually really proud of. And yes, it means that maybe I'm a bit more sensitive to it. But I think that's a really good thing, because I think so often, or I'm going to speak from me right now, in the past, especially when I was living in the city, I think I was so unbelievably exhausted and stressed, but it became my norm, and my capacity for stress was so big because I think I was just constantly running around like crazy, that I think I was almost numb to it. And yes, that's great in the short run, right? Because you get so much done. Like when I look back, I think I ran the London Marathon when I was 24. I wrote my cookbook. I was training for the marathon. I had so much going on personally, I was so sociable. I was having so much fun going to all of the events, mingling, networking, which paid off, to be honest, because they're now all very much, it molded me and shaped me. And I am so grateful for that time. But at the same time, I look back and I think, oh, girl, you were so stressed. Like, I was operating, I think, on anxiety, but like high functioning anxiety, just like the whole time. I was also younger, right? So maybe that's part of it. But as I've got older and wiser, I think I have become way more in tune with myself and my energy and what I have capacity for. And sometimes it's like, great, I'm going for it. I've got capacity for this. My energy levels are super high. And other days it's like, I'm going to be so kind to myself, listen to myself. Massive part of my practice has been tuning into my heart as well. Like, what does my heart say? Like, hello, heart. How are you today? And I listen and I trust, and that has made a massive, massive impact. And another thing, what was I going to say? I am a massive believer, though, that our hearts hold the answer. So often, I think, well, I don't want to say we in general, because I don't want to say that this is everyone's experience, but my experience has been when I ignore my heart and I do what my head is telling me, or I do what is expected of me, yes, it can work to a degree for a certain amount of time, but I always find it comes back and bites you eventually. And one of my biggest lessons has been actually to tap into the heart and listen, surrender, trust. And that, I feel, serves in a way that you find your path. And I don't think you can go wrong when you tap into the heart space. Yeah, has a lot of wisdom there. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was like thinking, something came to me when I was talking and then I forgot, but it's just come back to me. It's about also another thing that I have learned is how important it is, especially for women, to connect to their cycles. And it doesn't have to necessarily be the menstrual cycle and following your hormones. It can be the moon cycle too. That's a monthly cycle. I always think like women are more attuned to the moon because of the monthly cycle, and men are more in tune with the sun, the 24-hour cycle, and that aligns with our hormones. And since I have been, I don't know which one came first, but let's just say like since I have become more sensitive and aware of my energy, I've also become more aware of where I'm at in my cycle. So, for example, in the luteal phase, I know to slow down. I know it's time to rest. I know I'm just going to take it easy and I'm not going to push myself to exercise in a way that doesn't feel good for my body and my mind and my soul. Whereas follicular phase, like I feel the rising energy and I'm like, yes, let's do this. For work as well, it's amazing. Like when you start like logging how you're feeling throughout the month, it's wild. And this is very aligned with the moon as well. So I relate the luteal phase to the full moon and the follicular phase to the new moon. So this is obviously generally speaking, but around a full moon, it's like time for deep rest. That's why you might hear women refer to their menstrual cycle as, oh, I'm on my moon. I'm on the full moon. It's, yeah, similar energies. Take it or leave it. I know this isn't for everyone, but I'm just sharing my personal experience. So yeah, there's many things that I feel like I have done recently to really look after myself. Introducing a self-care practice that is so personal. We all have our different things, right? I heard someone recently say that they really don't like a bath. I was like, there you go, that is proof we are all so different and unique. For me, that is like my Zen time to relax. And I sent I sent a friend a voice message from the bath, 2 nights ago, and she replied and she was like, "Oh, thank you. Like, I feel the transmission of the bath. Like, you sound so relaxed." So, yeah, send voice notes from the bath. Highly recommend. Um, so yeah, I'm going to go and make my very random dinner of leftover bits and pieces and bits and bobs. Um, does anyone else say bits and bobs, by the way? Is that just a British thing, or do other people say it around the world? I don't know if that's like just a cultural thing, but bits and bobs. I say it quite often, and sometimes I notice people look at me like, "Who's Bob?" Bits and bobs, they're in the fridge, babe. So I'm gonna go and do that and have a bath and get a super early night. Also, have you noticed in the UK how light it is now? It is nearly 6:30 and it is light, and that makes me so happy. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to me rambling on. I'm sending you so much love and good energy wherever you are in the world. And oh, the discount. I cannot forget this. Okay, I mentioned it at the beginning, but in case you need reminding, you can receive 50% off a 3-month subscription with Wild Nutrition. I'll put the link up here again. It's wildnutrition.com/Niomi, and you'll also find the link in the description down below. So I really hope you enjoy these as much as I have been, and sending you lots of love. Mwah. Okay, I know you all really wanted to see my bits and bobs dinner, right? So here we go. And you know what? This was perfect. It turned out the olive oil was just cold, which I think is a sign that it's good quality olive oil. So yeah, this all worked out. My bits and bobs dinner.